Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Trek YT here, or Nick, back with a brand new freaking video. Today, guys, I want to talk about something that is extremely important to me. Today, guys, we are going to talk about the things that I think need to be changed in Fortnite Creative Mode in order to make it the best possible thing it can be. Alright, guys, without wasting any time, let's jump right into the first thing that I believe needs to be changed, and that is the amount of islands that you get. I think that you should be allowed to have infinite islands. Right now, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 options for islands, and I've already used 4 of them, and I like to go full scale in massive builds, so I need a fresh island every single time I do a new build. So I would love the option to be able to start a new island on any of the themes that are already out there, like the block, the island, sandbar, you know what I mean. I want infinite islands. So the next change that I think is extremely important for them to change, I think this should be the first thing that they change, you know, right after adding more islands to the game. I think that they need to increase the memory that is allowed. So the current cap is only 100,000 memory units, and that doesn't mean 100,000 blocks. So for example, these blocks right here, they take up 3.5 memory. So that means that if you only use these blocks, you can have a maximum of about 28,500 of these. So if you want to build something absolutely massive, sort of like this car that I've built as my last video, you can only use 28,500 blocks. Now, if you guys didn't know this, I didn't even show this in my video. I didn't even fill in the bottom of this. This is what it looks like from underneath, and that's because even if I wanted to, I couldn't close in the bottom of this because I would hit the memory cap probably right around somewhere like here, because there's so many blocks that are being used. It just takes up all the memory and I would have hit the cap. So that's why I didn't even fill this in. So I think that that is 100% the next thing that needs to be changed. And they need to figure out how to make it so you can have unlimited memory. In Minecraft, you can have unlimited memory. I'm not sure why Fortnite doesn't allow the same thing. So the next thing is probably very centric around just building in general. And I think a lot of people that build in Fortnite, whether it be creative maps or just cool things like I've done, can probably relate to this. And that is, I would like some form of world edit into the game. Now, if you guys never played Minecraft and didn't do any building in Minecraft, you probably don't know what I mean by that. So in Minecraft, there was a tool or modification called world edit. What it allowed you to do is select regions within the game and then copy and paste them, move them, flip them, pretty much manipulate them in any form or fashion. So basically what that means is, let's say I wanted to like fill in an area. I could come over here, select this point right here, and then go all the way over here and select like this point, and then type a command into the chat, and then it would just fill it all in with the block of my choice. Now, that was extremely handy in Minecraft, and you could do a lot of different things with it, and it allowed to make builds a lot faster. What I would have done in this is I would have used that to fill in large areas instead of having to manually place the blocks, as well as what I could have done is I could have built half the car, copied half of it, flipped it, and then paste it on the other side, and then just had the build done a lot faster, because this build took me 5 days, so I could have probably cut that time in half, or maybe even a little bit shorter than that. So I think some form of world edit would be absolutely amazing to have within Fortnite Creative. So our next thing is directly related to the blocks that I used to build this. I want these to be able to be placed easier. So as of right now, you have to like copy the block and then place it sort of like this, and you can rotate it over the axis, you can go up and down, it kind of plays off of a grid system. Now, the way I think it should be done is, I think this can go for anything that's already in Fortnite. I wish you could use it as like an item you could pick up, and you could select it into your inventory, so that way you could sort of place it like the mats that are already in the game. It just seems like it would be a lot easier, instead of having to, like, let's say I wanted to use a specific colored block, and let's say the block I need to copy to be able to build it is like way over there, so that means I have to fly all over here, grab this black block, and then come all the way back over and place it where I wanted to place it. It's just sort of inefficient, and if you could add them to your inventory slots that are already there, that would make things so much easier. Now, going off of that, I want to do another thing to these color blocks, is I want to add another variation to them. I want to add half slabs. So if you guys don't already know, there's already a bunch of different versions of the color blocks in the game, but they're all like weird triangles and pyramids and stuff. There's no like specific half slabs. There's larger versions of them, but there's no half slabs. Now, if you guys aren't a builder, builder, you probably don't understand how important a half slab is to this game. It's one thing in Minecraft that was amazing and allowed you to add so much detail. There is a slight way to already add half slabs in the game. You kind of just have to select the grid snap in a different way, so you can kind of like place it like into the ground. So like there you go, that's a half slab. But I don't want to have to do that. I want a block that's physically a half slab that's this high. That way I can place it and add a lot more detail in different areas of a build. So the next thing I want them to change isn't directly related to creative itself. It's more about the replay mode that's already in the game. There's one thing that's super annoying about this is, so I use replay mode to make some of the videos and cinematics that I use for my building related videos. Now, if I wanted to record a long time lapse, that means I need to have a very long recording that I can go back in and speed up and just have a full complete thing. Well, Fortnite unfortunately splits up those clips. So every 30 minutes inside of a world, it splits that clip up. So let's say I'm building at the half-an-hour mark and I wanted to make a smooth time lapse. It's gonna cut that into a separate clip like this. It just makes it so much harder to like merge those two clips together, and almost makes it impossible unless you want to put a ton of time into it. And I don't have that kind of time to do. So I'd love it if like the clips were just like a straight, like let's say 3-hour clip instead of a half-an-hour clip that's split up over and over and over again. Another thing that's replay mode related would be to add a keyframing and dolly cam system into the replay mode. So this is already something that was in like Call of Duty replay mode, as well as there was a modification that you could get for Minecraft to allow you to have that same thing. It was actually called replay mod. So what I mean by that is I want to be able to use this timeline that's down here at the bottom and add different keyframes in. So basically I can set a position, let's say right here, and then I can set a position like, let's say all the way down here. And then what it would do, I was set those at 2 different timestamps, and what it would do is the camera would move sort of smoothly throughout that time, and then it would cover that same time. So basically you could make super dope time lapses that are moving and have just amazing shots. I already do this in Minecraft, so I want to be able to do that in Fortnite. So if I could have made a massive time lapse of this with super dope shots, I think it would just made an awesome video. Even though the video is already dope itself, it would just add a lot more cool things to it. So that's pretty much all I've got for suggestions to make Fortnite Creative even better. Now, I know that my suggestions are probably not the only ones out there, so if you guys have any things that you believe should be added to Fortnite Creative or changed, definitely leave it down below, because you never know, maybe Epic Games will see this video and will take some of these I guess suggestions into consideration and make the game even more better. So if you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure to hit that like button, and while you're down there, might as well hit that subscribe button. But as always, guys, I love you all. See you guys later. Peace out.
Mm-hmm.